Breaking bad news is one of the most challenging CASC stations, and most candidates don't fail because they don't know what to say. They fail because of how they say it. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to structure the station step by step, and then we will go through a real example. The common mistakes which I see during the station are candidates being too blunt, they give too much of information too quickly, they don't respond to the emotions, or probably they just avoid the truth altogether. In CASC, the station is not about knowledge, it's about communication, empathy, and structure. So let's go through a simple framework that you can use in any breaking bad news station. And this framework is known as the spikes model. The spikes. The first step in spikes is setting. Make sure that you introduce yourself, sit down, maintain an eye contact. So this signals professionalism and calmness to the examiner. Step 2 is perception. Before giving any news, check what the patient already knows. You can say something like, "Can you tell me what you understand about your condition so far?" Step 3 is invitation. Ask if they are ready to hear the information. Ask, "Would you like me to explain the results now?" Step 4 is knowledge, and this is the key step. This is where most candidates lose marks. So at this stage, always start with a warning shot. Say something like, "I'm afraid I have some bad news." And then give the information very clearly and simply. Something like, "The results show that this is a cancer." Avoid jargons, avoid long explanations, and avoid rushing at this step. Step 5 is empathy. So now pause. Once you have given the bad news, pause, and that pause is very important. Let the patient react and then respond to the emotion. Express the empathy. Say something like, "I can see this is very upsetting," or "I'm really sorry you are going through this." And step 6 is summary and plan. So this is the final step where you are going to explain the next steps. Offer support. Offering support is also one form of empathy. You need not always repeat yourself, as it sounds like a difficult situation for you. I can understand. I can't even imagine. I can imagine. So there is empathy which is different to these sorts of sentences or phrases as well. Providing support, offering support is one such form of empathy, so don't miss it. Say things like, "We will arrange further tests," or "We will liaise with the cancer specialist or the brain specialist and discuss further treatment options. You are not alone in this. We are there with you to offer the psychological support throughout this journey." So now let's see a real station example. If the candidate says something like this, "Your results show cancer. You will need treatment. Let's discuss the options." Immediately, the candidate is going to lose the rapport marks here, and consequently, the examiner is going to fail the candidate at this stage because this sounds abrupt, cold, and rushed. So now let's look at how the pass version looks like. When the candidate starts off with, once ensuring the setting in place. Thank you for waiting. Before I explain the results, can you tell me what you understand so far? So this is step 2, perception, checking with the patient's understanding. Let the patient respond to this. And now the candidate responds. Thank you. Would it be okay if I explain the results now? So the candidate is inviting the patient to the information setting. Now let the patient respond. When the patient agrees to receiving the information about the results, the candidate starts again. And this is the step of knowledge in the spikes model, which is the key step, where the candidate is going to start with a warning shot. I'm afraid I have some difficult news here. Now pause. This pause is extremely important. Let the patient come into terms with or get ready to receive the difficult news or the bad news. Once you have confirmed that your patient is ready to receive the bad news, now gently, simply, calmly, clearly introduce the bad news. The results show that this is cancer. Pause there. Wait for the patient's reaction. Now the next step is empathy. Respond to the emotions of the person. I can see this is really upsetting. I'm so sorry. Pause. Pause. Let the other person imbibe the news. And then together discuss the next steps and offer support. We will support you through this and discuss the next steps together. In CASC, examiners are not testing how much you know about the disease. They are marking empathy, structure, clarity, and how safe the patient feels with you. Breaking bad news is not about delivering information. It's about delivering it in a way the patient can emotionally process. And that's what gets you the marks. Comment bad news if you want a full mock CASC station on this. And subscribe for weekly CASC strategies and real station practice. I will see you in the next video.